Dear Professor Dorel Săndesc, we are here at the 22nd Congress of the Academy for Multidisciplinary Neurotraumatology in Bangkok. What is your perspective on the AMN as a global player in practice and science fields of the TBI?
First of all, I'm very happy and honored to be here at this great meeting. I think AMN touches one of the most important aspects in medical care, medical education and research. And this is the need for interdisciplinarity. In the modern medicine, every specialty went deep in his field and specialized the own language at a level when we have sometimes problems in communication between specialties. We have a sort of inter-speciality dysphasia, and I think this should be addressed, and the only way to address it is to come together from all the specialties, all the fields that take care of one pathology, in our situation, neurologic, neurosurgery patients, in order to come to a common language in the interest of our patients.
As an anesthesiologist, what is your intake related to the 2025 AMN Congress, and what would you foresee as future developments for the complex multidisciplinary domain of TBI?
Yes, neuroanesthesia and neurointensive care, it is an important part, highly specialized part of our profession, of course, because we assure the perioperative management of the patient and the treatment in intensive care units of the most severe cases. And I found very, very interesting topics directly, but also indirectly related with our specialties. Here in this session, in the panel where I have been, we already discussed about a subject that it is of high interest for me, and I think it's not enough explored and managed. And this is the burden of survivorship of the patient after ICU, the Post-ICU Survivorship Syndrome that is in its infancy regarding knowledge, education, and research. This is an important problem because patients suddenly have an accident, hemorrhage, things like that, and they come in ICU, in coma, they are treated intensively, they are saved, but after that they remain with important sequels, and they pass through very complex suffering. This syndrome implies physical aspects like organic deficit, respiratory, neurologic, motor deficit, post-traumatic stress disorder, but also a problem with the necessity to redefine their own self. They enter with oneself, a guy who was normal, has a lot of quality skills, and after ICU, after they survived, they have deficits, and it's very difficult to understand and so to adapt, because until now we do not address this subject. Sometimes we feel angry, frustrated that our patients, that we think of them that we saved their lives, do not want to come to see us again. And we think they are not grateful to us, but in fact they have this syndrome. Because for them ICU is a place where they lost a lot of quality, a lot of skills, they have a lot of deficiencies. So we have to address this subject, we have to create scales to evaluate the severity of this syndrome and to find ways to help them to cope with a new identity and to realize the move-on concept, to realize, in fact, they are saved from a very, very critical situation. They could be dead, but they survived, and they could live with the problems they have as other people do, and they can be happy. And I'm happy that We have discussed this with other colleagues. We need experts from statistics, from neurology, from different fields in order to address this very sensitive problem that tends to be one of the major challenges in intensive care units and in hospitals in general.
At a personal level, how would you envision your future collaboration within the AMN academic environment?
I am impressed by the evolution of this organization, the fact that here in this organization are the biggest experts from different fields, and I'm very much interested to continue to cooperate. I'm very much interested to develop AMN presence in Romania, by example, and why not to stimulate, as I presented to you, to start a working group on this subject, survivorship, post-ICU survivorship syndrome. So I hope we will stay together and work together for the benefit of our patients.
Thank you very much for being part of the AMN Congress.
Thank you very much.